There's bittul and chassidus. Bittul in nigla means you mevatel something and it disappears. If you're mevatel a gzeira, yeah, the chacham made a gzeira, and then they were mevatel the gzeira, so there's nothing left because there's no gzeira, there's nothing there. So bittul means in nigla, in simple translation, bittul means ibud hametzias, destroying. That's in nigla. That's simple translation of bittul. In chassidus, could also be the case, like in Perek Aleph, and over here he says bittul b'metzias k'may kodim sheishim bereishis. There he means ibud, destruction. The rakia disappears. There's no rakia anymore. Like before sheishim bereishis, there was no world. So if you mevatel the world by taking away the dvar havaya, you go back to square one, which is nothing. That's bittul kipshute. That's how we nigla. Bittul, most of the time in chassidus, is not that type of bittul. In chassidus, bittul we're referring to is that not that you don't have. There's not heda hametzias. Heda hametzias is it's not heda hametzias. There is a metzias, and that metzias is totally bottled. How much is he bottled? So there's different levels. There's bittul hayesh, like an eved. Does he not exist? He does exist. He's bottled bittul hayesh. If keiru nechale, he'd rather do his own thing, but he's mevatel himself. That's bittul hayesh. Then there's bittul b'metzias. Bittul b'metzias would be like, for example, ziv hashemesh hakol b'kterech hashemesh. That his metzias is there, but his metzias is so bottled that it's as if he's not there. So you're not ma'abed the metzias. We're not saying there's no world. The whole vot of Shaar Hayichud Vehaemunah is to say that the Bereshis Bo Elokim is true, and Avad is true. There's and there's definitely a world was created. But what is this world that was created? Is first of all he's totally on the Dvar Havaya, and second of all he's Ein Ve'efes. What's his Ein Ve'efes? He doesn't exist. He does exist. He exists, but his existence is bottled. It's Klo Choshev. And that's a straightforward answer that's brought most places. The Welt is there, aber is bottled. What's his bottle? As Klo Choshev. And that's why it's not Meshana, Leishonisi, and all the other inyanim which we talk about in Achtus Hashem, which he speaks also here. It's Klo Choshev. So there's bittul of Ibud HaMetzias, that's Perek Aleph. If you take it the Dvar he's no longer there. And then there's bittul that the Metzias is there, but he's totally totally, and he's totally Klo Choshev, not just totally, he's Klo Choshev, Legab the Dvar. If he's Klo Choshev, that means him being there and not being there for the mocker is the same thing. Just like the ziv for the shemesh, if the ziv came out, if you close your window and say, I'm not accepting the sunlight today, does it make it the slightest difference to the shemesh? Not at all. Not just because you're small. Even if it would be a huge window as big as the sun, it would also make no difference to the sun if you open your window or close your window. Because it's a ziv, it's a harabam, or whatever he has, the shleimus that he has, he's not losing anything or gaining anything by shining. This nekuda is sign acha for those who've learned Samach Vov or other places. The sign acha. This is the nekuda of ein koyach shelamayla chasa poyel. Ein koyach chasa poyel. If you ever come across that subject in Vayelach in Samach Vov, Vayelach is from Beis Levi, or you have the beginning of Ein Aleph, you have the inyan of ein koyach shelamayla chasa poyel. The koyachas shelamayla don't need the poyel. The poyel is not adding anything to the poyel. In other words. All right, we're not going to the holy name Kechapur, but that's the Nukud of the same thing. That whatever you have in the mocker,
It's also 9 days.
Yes, it's quite a few places. Yeah, Ein Kerch Shalamayla Chasapayel, that the Kerch Shalamayla doesn't lack anything, whether the poil, when the poil comes out. We call this Olam HaMaisa, Olam HaPoil. So for us, this is Poil Mamish, and we call up there, that's Bekoyach. But Be'emes and Lefi HaEmes Napechu. That's the Emes of Poil, that's the Emes of Metzias. And we are only a Ziv and Ha'ora. So I'll give you another example, which would be not Mechuv Mamish like this Moshel of Ziv HaShemesh, but another Moshel would be, if you take a multi-billionaire, and you ask him to show his Koyach HaShirus, and he takes out for you a cent, and he shows you, give a cook. He's not being Megala anything of his Shirus. Why not? Because I also have a cent. If I want to see his Shirus, I'm going to have to see the $1 billion. I'm not going to, 1 cent is garnished. So, the Koyach Shalamayla, the fact that he created a world down here, is not adding anything to it's not being Megala. That's already the sugi of Ramayla, the town of the Bri is Legal Shleimus Kechesa. So by creating the world, you're not adding anything, so you're not being Megal Shleimus Kechesa. But it's all miyusad on the same thing. The Ike is Lamayla, and everything that comes out is only Ziv HaHara. So basically, come back to the Kodesh, finish off, that the whole Mitzvah Sa'olam is merely a Ziv of the Dvar Havaya, and therefore it doesn't add anything, it doesn't take anything away, it makes no difference if it was created, wasn't created, Mitzad the Dvar Havaya, Mitzad Atzmai, the Nivra has no chshivas, it's Kula Kamikla Choshev, and that's the Nakud of Peri Gimel, which basically is coming to explain Yichudi law, at least the way it's explained in Shaykh.